hyper real world, of course, like all of Wes's projects. Do you find that when you're developing a character set in this realm, that you maybe approach it differently than a story that's grounded in realism and supposed to be more true to real life?
He's a master of that. On stage, you do. He's a master of dance and plastique and many things. I approach it the same way as always, pretty much, except with the Wes Anderson privilege of doing something that requires you to be very specific musically and physically. But he is an actor's director and wants you to fill it up in a traditional, naturalistic, truthful, deep and soulful, textured way, I believe. There are events going on that are human, and they want you try to act good, try to make it good.
And of course, Wes's work with the costumes and the sets, it does recall the stage a bit, but I've heard that he runs his sets in a way that is more similar to a theatrical production. Did you find that that was the case?
Collaborating and communing with each other to do something like some of the characters in his movies, many times, together. As a brotherhood of workers.
Did you find that you developed an interest in something you didn't really have an interest in before after working on this?
Yeah, and me, I'm an eager student, and he's a master teacher, as are the cast members and people around him. And I'd never seen, embarrassingly enough to be or not to be, or Grand Hotel, these things that he had inspired him and was offering for us to share, or Mortal Storm or Shop Around the Corner. I hadn't seen any of them. There's a Bergman movie called The Silence. So I had a great time, and it opened up a lot to me. We did a movie ourselves about that period and the war and the events of the last century and Europe, but this was a re-investigation. It's always worth fruitful investigation for me, that issue of brutality and darkness and the battle that can and should be waged for goodness and gentility and civility. And so it reawakened and excited me about that. We've got this covered. I misheard. It's like, we've got this covered. Hey, we've got this covered. We don't know what to do with it.
I don't know what to do with it.
No, we've got this covered.
Thank you guys so much. I'm going back to the cupboard.